I just came inside from my garden, getting all the things I need for my garden salad. But the main thing we're going to be showing you today is how to make your salad taste better than restaurant salads, okay? I am calling this a garden salad for more reasons than one. One, because it has all garden vegetables in it. And number two, 75% of everything came from my garden. Everything in here came from my garden, and I'll be adding some radicchio. My tomatoes aren't ready yet, so I'm adding tomato. And this radish actually came from my garden. So, two things, okay? And I have a couple of other things I'll be adding that are not from my garden. But we've got this radish, and I will be adding in some of my thyme. And when it comes to fresh herbs and a salad, you only need a pinch. This is the flowers from Thai basil, okay? I also have some fresh parsley in here. I grabbed some cucumbers while I was out there. I won't be putting all three in there, but that's what I grabbed. I've also have some green onions that I got from out there. Now, I didn't actually grab a piece of celery, but I grabbed the celery leaves. And I also have some iceberg lettuce leaves from my garden too. Now, one thing I want to say, when you're building a salad, on one hand, less is more. Because you may say, well, you only have 3 little lettuce leaves. True, but when time I chop them up and chop up my celery leaves and everything else, this will be a full salad. You don't need a ton to make a full salad. So the first thing I need to do is get everything I just brought in washed and clean. So we'll be back. Okay, first of all, it's more about the technique than it is the ingredients. You want to have a bowl that is wider than it is deep, okay? So that your salad can spread out and not go down. Because sometimes we have things in our salad like tomatoes and other ingredients that are wet. If you have a bowl that's shaped more like this, where it's just about as deep as it is wide, all of your liquid will settle in the bottom of your bowl, and it will also be harder to toss, okay? So this is the type of bowl you want, not this one. As with everything, it is completely customizable. The first thing we want to do is cut up all of our lettuce type ingredients. For me, that is this radicchio, it is my celery leaves, and my iceberg lettuce, okay? You can chop it up any way you want. You can tear it if you want. Whatever works best for you, okay? I just like to give mine a rough chop. Toss it in the bowl. I'm not going to use all of these. Again, same thing with the celery leaves. Rough chop. Toss them in the bowl. A couple of iceberg lettuce leaf. Some of that water off. Before we move on, you want to go ahead, if you are using multiple lettuces or different type, maybe red leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, something like that, go ahead and mix your lettuce, your salad greens, before you put anything else in. Make sure they are tossed well. Now, because we are doing this in layers, we're going to flavor in layers. You can use salt and pepper, garlic powder, or whatever. I am using, you will need a pinch of salt, whether it's now or later. But I'm using my no salt Pam's Prep seasoning first. So sprinkle some of that on. When it comes to the seasoning, do it according to your taste, okay? And you want to toss this again. Tossing it lightly, but toss it again. Now, for your next ingredient that you want to put on here, you want it to be something that's not very wet. So for me right now, that's going to be my green onions. Sprinkle these in here. And now I'm going to put in my radish. Now that we have our radish in, we're going in with some more of my Pam's Prep no salt seasoning. Toss again. Now I'm going in with my cucumber. Again, we are seasoning in layers. Now toss. And I am probably putting about less than a half a teaspoon on each layer. I would much prefer cherry tomatoes, but my cherry tomatoes are not ready. So I am using my personal favorite next tomato. It is not vine ripe. It is not big boys or anything like that. This is a Roma tomato. And I like it because it has a firmer texture to it. Now, I am going to cut up some of my parsley. My thyme stem included in all of this. I don't separate my little stems from anything. They go in too. Ooh, this thyme smells delicious. Now, before we toss again, I am now going to go in with a little salt and pepper. This is the salt. And this is the pepper. Now we want to toss again. You have to keep tossing your salad as you go along. Otherwise, part of your salad will not have the flavor. You want a pinch of salt because that salt brings out the flavor of all your other ingredients. Salt brings out flavor, pepper adds flavor. Sprinkle one more time with my Pam's Prep no salt seasoning. Go ahead and give that a quick little toss. Don't have to toss it much because you just finished tossing it. Now, we are going to add sunflower seeds on the top for crunch because I'm not putting any croutons or anything like that in here. So I want a little extra crunch. So we add in some roasted sunflower seeds, and these are unsalted. You can use a salted kind if you like. And now we're going to go in with our Thai basil little flowers right on the top. Now, at this point, you can eat it as is. You can put your favorite salad dressing on it, or you can continue to dress it, which is what I am about to do. The first thing I'm going to do is my olive oil. It only takes a little bit of olive oil, so be careful when you drizzle it on, okay? And I like to use white wine vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar you like, but it only, again, takes a splash or two. And that's all you need as far as the dressing is concerned. And if you want to toss it again, you can. But what's going to happen is that vinegar and oil will slowly seep down and it will coat all of your salad. This smells amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm going to add a few more sunflower seeds to the top, simply because I love them. Okay, we are done with our better than restaurant tasting salad. Look at the vibrant colors in there. Oh my goodness. Delicious. And you can smell all the flavors of my Pam's Prep, and then all the flavors, especially the herbs, are coming through because you know those are really, really strong. Thyme and the basil and the parsley, all of those are coming through. Amazing. Don't forget to layer everything, even your seasonings. That's what's going to do the trick. And if you want to put a regular salad dressing on it or something like that, Feel free, whatever you want to dress your salad with, in the end, go ahead and dress it. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my kitchen. Take a second and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 1.5 million subscribers, returning subscribers. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me again in my kitchen. And channel members, those of you all who are part of Pam's private pantry, thank you so much for joining and your loyal, faithful support. Okay. Let's do our taste test. Oh, don't forget to check out my other channels. Y'all should know by now. Pam's POV, Pam's Pop-Ups, and At the Scaredy Cat Garden, where my garden salad came from. Oh my goodness. I love gardening as much as I love cooking, y'all. Ooh-wee. Okay. Look at me. I'm wiggling before I even taste it because I can smell it and it smells so good. Oh my goodness. Remember, you can add whatever you want to your salad. If you notice, I didn't put any carrots in here. I'm not a fan of carrots. If it's not a cake, I can take it or leave it. Put an avocado in here. You can put, it's so many different ingredients that you can put into a salad. And remember, switch it up. Don't always have the same thing. That's what makes you get tired of eating salads, because every time is different. I'm also not a fan of fruit in my salad. I can have some fruit on the side, but unless it's an orange, I don't want any fruit in my salad, okay? But make it your own. Okay, I am going to have lunch, and I will see you all next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Bye-bye.